Hello guys, so I was thinking of starting an online tutorial on my YouTube channel. So I want to do a test run. Just want to check if it's something I should go into or if not. Well, I think the first thing I would like to just do is uh, take people through my library. Like I developed this PHP library uh, 2 years ago. I was doing the software architect challenge. It's a cool one. I developed an application within 2 weeks or so, and I was using standard software architects uh, skills. That okay. So if you check this library basically has everything you need to develop an application easily, like every power classes you might need. Like if you don't want to use probably Laravel or something, and even if you're using Laravel, you might still need certain things that's are not available in those frameworks. For example, I have the database manager. Okay, database manager is basically a singleton pattern design for the class. So it's handles database connection and the likes. You can say it's as a get instance and a private in the constructor. So it's a singleton design. All its functions are static. Yeah, that's it. So then I have the email manager. So if you want to send an email in your application, use the email manager here. And I think it build a pattern and also has a factory kind of thing somewhere here. So you can use it. So smooth. I just input necessary information and then we are good to go. And it makes use of the PHP mailer email API. If you have another email in mind, you can always uh, make use of that. Changes to refactoring it. So I see the content, like it's just smooth. Then you have the error reporter here. So if you want to manage your errors, you want to be logging your errors and you want to be able to track errors as it goes on in the application itself. So the error reporter does that for you. It uses the iterator pattern. It has a kind of factory in it as well. So let's see. The iterator here. Yeah, it's an interface. So when you have your errors there, so it's just smooth kind of thing. It's a kind of linked list uh, of data structure. So there. And then you have the file manager. Yeah, very smart as well. It's kind of factory as well. Like it's an handle of file, everything you need in the file, from the file itself, the logic, the persisted file, the logical files. So creating the file, like just track everything that has to do with the file, type of files you're managing. Like if you're developing something like a WhatsApp, like it's audio file, the document, image, video, that's everything you need to do. And then to group files like smooth type of file. So just smooth. Okay, now you have the file uploader. And then I'll just both single file uploading and multiple file uploading as well. Just smooth code. I have a lot of refactoring to do. Like, this is why people don't like showing people their code. Like, somehow messy, but man, I think my code is still cool. Still love it. Like, I write good codes. Yeah. Okay, so good. Then we have the response builder. It's a builder pattern there. Okay. It's a builder pattern. And it's cool. And the file uploader is a facade pattern. Yeah. So then you have the builder pattern. So if you just do an MVC, I don't want to go through too much stress. Can just make use of these, use these classes, packages. It's going to take a lot of burden off you, trust me. And do your database and do your email and do your error reporting and do your file. That's like taking away like just things that you need in developing an application when it comes to PHP anyway. So you don't need to cross consider think of other parts. So and then I'm using MVC, definitely use MVC like so for this main application now. So and then you have the controller, the model, repositories and services not coming from Java background. So this is like standard for Spring Boot application, for example. So like you have your controllers. So I'll do it top down. I'll come from the router, also run through the whole thing. So I have the composer auto load there. It's my composer JSON file. Yes. Like this particular application where that I'm using this library for, I'm developing a project with a team on the Facebook, Candela, Bid for SDG. So I'm handling this API for customer. So I'm handling customer, a couple of sessions and some other team members handling other sections of the project. So this is like standard. So it's like same projects. So this PHP mainland, I'm refactoring it like I said. I'm not using the file directly like I used to do. So PHP unit for unit testing, I'll be writing unit test as well. So standard, we have a controller there. So it's kind of clean to control it. It's like if you have clean code, like design your code, engineer your code properly, it's important. Try to code in such a way that your future you will think you like that's pretty much how you should look at it. Like I've written this library 2 years now and see pretty much cool. Like I just need to refactor something and there's no perfect code anyway. Trust me, no perfect code. So what it tells you their code is super perfect is because they never had to use it again. Probably project code suspended or something. Okay, so I'm using the report here. I'm using the report application controllers, basically the router. So I'm checking for the request type for postput delete. I expect in JSON body content. So if it's any of these three, I check for the content side. It has to be JSON as I have an error processing the content. So this is like a preprocessor kind of thing. So then I check the content itself. If the content is not JSON, then processing error, processing the JSON. So that's standard check the processing and then the code. This for showing that you could say get, now it bounce back like showing that get request as well. Okay, so because if the code dead is a variable, like I just declare it as a string here, but for me to process a request, it has to be an array, like you see. It has to be an array, and there are two types of requests I process: customers and sessions, like I said. Because I'm using like a microservices architecture, so you're not working on the same entity and the same file structure. my team members, so everybody's in Microsoft architecture, so just pushing individual task. So check that. Process like it's just clean. Controller comes and started my controller. I process request for customer controller. Each request has to do with customer. API, it has to do with sessions. I process customer sessions. So it's clean. It's not, which is likely not possible. So request entity invalid. Okay. So just code request API valid. Okay, so and then I have finally this check for documentation. Documentation somewhere. Yeah, yeah. Just documentation, Russian documentation, and then that's that. So it's like standard. So as I'll say, documentation. Um, okay, so yeah, it's not prison. No. Right, okay, so this is basically this. Okay, so I'm not sharing my full screen. Yes, so pretty much standard. So I also know if I should do tutorial. I should probably be doing like those clips like this and know my flaws before I start the tutorial fully. I don't know what you think, guys. Chia.